This is the first video of a challenge that I'm going to do this January. I'm going to post a video every single day, and each day is going to be about a different topic. Today's topic is about work. It's going to be a 10-word challenge, so I want you to focus on this video and pick out 10 words that you have learned in this video and put them in the comment section. In the UK, some people start to work when they are 16, whereas other people start after they have been to university. When people have a job, they receive a salary, which is the money that you receive every month. However, there are some people who can't find a job and they are unemployed. In the UK, the unemployment rate is 4.3%, which is 1.5 million people. Well, that's according to last year's statistics, so it might have changed a bit since then. Some people work part-time and others work full-time. If you work part-time, you might only work 4 or 5 hours per day, or you might only work 2 or 3 days per week. But if you don't work as many hours, then your wages are lower. If you work as a taxi driver or a waiter at a restaurant, you might receive tips as well as your normal salary. For example, when you go to a restaurant, you normally leave a 10 to 20% tip, depending on how the service was, and the restaurant should give the workers the tips. But if you work in an office, you wouldn't really have a tip. You would get a bonus. If the company has had a good year and you've reached all your targets, then you might receive a bonus, but this doesn't happen in all jobs. If you refuse to continue working because you believe that your working conditions should be improved or your wages should be higher, then you can go on strike. In the last few years, there have been a lot of train drivers' strikes in England, Scotland, and Wales because they believe that their wages should be higher, and it seems like they have recently accepted a pay deal. It has been on the news a lot recently because it has affected a lot of people when they have travelled by train. As a lot of trains have been cancelled or delayed, it was because the workers were on strike. If you don't go to work because you don't feel very well, we normally say that someone is off sick. For example, my colleague was off sick yesterday. We only use this to talk about work. For example, if we go to a birthday party and my colleague isn't there, or my friend isn't there, I wouldn't say she's off sick just because she didn't come to the party. It implies that she didn't go to work because she isn't well. If you have a baby, then we have maternity and paternity leave. For example, my colleague is on maternity leave at the moment. If a company is not happy with your performance, then you can be fired or laid off. But if you decide to leave the company, then you resign. Another way to say lay off is sack. So the company sacked the worker. It means that he was fired so he no longer works in the company. If you're very tired from work because you have been working too hard and you're stressed, you can be burnt out. We can also say it as a noun, burnout. For example, burnout is a big problem at my company because everyone is constantly stressed. And lastly, we have work your way up. If you work your way up in a company, it means that you gradually get higher. You get to a higher position in a company. So this was day 1 of the challenge. I hope you enjoyed it, and please write down the 10 words that you have learned today. Thank you, and I'll see you next video.